Alright, this is the team builder for week 5 against the big guys. I can speak English, coached by Ryan, I think. Uh, Initial thoughts looking at this team is I'm terrified. Dragapult and Zamazenta are two of I don't ever want to play against these Pokemon. Playing against them at the same time is one of the worst things that I can envision. One of my worst nightmares. Yeah, basically Dragapult is really broken because it can do basically everything. It's so annoying to prep for, and while you can prep for Zamazenta, a lot of the time in the battle, it sometimes just wins because it kind of just is that broken. Deoxys Defense is a really good support mon. It can set up spikes, it can taunt, it can even magic coat, then it can like teleport out into the big threats, including Terra Thunderous Incarnate, which turns out being an electric flying type with actual flying stab or the ability to have like a stab ice coverage is really strong. And it can also be a support mon with Prankster, which is even better. Then there's Alolan Muck, which is just really bulky. Yeah, it's kind of just it's really bulky. It can be very annoying to break without using Garchomp. Well, not Garchomp specifically, but like ground types, especially physical ground types, like special ground types. Sometimes the hits just bounce off it because it's that bulky. Then we have Rotom Heat, which is really annoying. It's the second Pokemon immune to ground, which is annoying because I have a Garchomp. It can like burn stuff, it can paralyze stuff, and can be a good Scarf user. It can do like Scarf trick stuff. Terra Entei, while not quite as strong a Terra Captain as Thunderous, I still think it's like really, really good. Like it gets extreme speed, and Choice Band Terra Normal Extreme Speed is really hard to switch into. Terra Grass lets it actually hit bulky waters, which is Entei's main problem. It has like nothing for water types. Terra Fire just makes it hit even harder. And then the three other mons where they were like kind of had like a little less points. Whimsicott is still a really annoying support one. Specifically, it is really, really, really good into Garchomp. Like, it chews everything Garchomp can throw at it, except like Poison Jab. And my Garchomp doesn't have Poison Jab this week, which is because it's not an offensive role this week. Anyway, then Arbok. Arbok can be really annoying with Intimidate. It can set up Toxic Spikes. It can knock off your items. It can click Glare. It can sweep you with Coil and Scale Shot, which it gets both of for some reason. Yeah, Arbok's pretty annoying. Right. And Wailord is a water type, which they didn't have before Wailord. It also learns Explosion. That's really cool. And it learns Water Spout. And it's pretty bulky too. Wailord, it's a pretty cool guy. Anyway, so what I think is coming is I think that it is a guarantee that Alolan Muck, Thunderous, Zamazenta, and Garchomp, Dragapult are coming because Dragapult is faster than my whole team really easily, and it's also like really hard for me to deal with both with not really spec sets. Spec sets are okay, but Dragon Dance sets especially are super difficult for me to deal with because it has clear body, so Overcool can't just stop it with Intimidate. And Kamala, my only ghost type, doesn't exactly take ghost type. My only Pokemon immune to ghost doesn't take Dragon Darts very well. And Zamazenta. It's kind of just really broken. If Chandelure dies, then it can just sweep my whole team with Iron Defense, Body Press, and there's nothing I can do about it. Thunderous is also very strong into my team offensively. There are two Terra types which I expect to be coming. First one's Terra Ground, because it lets it deal with Billy Bolt, which is my best check to it. And second one is Terra Ice, which is just tried and true. Destroys Garchomp. And Muck is very difficult for my team to break. Specifically, it is a really, really good check to Azelf, Chandelure, and Overcool, but it's also a really nice soft check for them into Primarina and Bellyball. The other two, I'm not entirely sure about. I'm expecting it to be two of Whimsicott, Entei, Rotom, and Deoxys. I could understand Deoxys not coming because a lot of my team can like threaten it for big damage. Like it takes a lot from Chandelure, takes a lot from Overquill, can take a lot from like U-turn from Galarian Diamantan. Rotom is really annoying. It kind of just can burn my whole team, basically. It's very tough to deal with. Entei is just really strong in terms of E-Speed in general. It can win sometimes with just clicking E-Speed. And, like, my only fire resists are Primarina, which doesn't have very good defense and can probably get two-shot by Banded, Terrifire, Flare Blitz, and Chandelure, which I already need to check Zamazenta since it's my only ghost type. And I don't have a Terra Captain that can turn into a ghost type, because Chandelure is my Terra Captain that is an Ogerpon, which can only be Terra Grass. I forgot to change Primarina's Terra type to Stellar again. I'm so stupid. I'll remember that one day. And Whimsicott, it just hardwalls Garchomp. Prankster? That is what it's called. It's Prankster. Prankster Encore is very, very annoying. And it can do other stuff like Leech Seed, Knockoff, Moonblast. It's pretty good into my team as well. Anyway, let's cover what I'm bringing this week. First and foremost, the first Pokemon I put in this team, zero thought went into it. It's just Max Defense, Rocky Helmet, Chandelure. This is my Zamazenta check. Chandelure is not a Pokemon, which is generally very defensive, but with Will-O-Wisp and resisting Steel and being immune to Body Press, it is a very good check to the Zamazenta. Like, it takes like 30-ish% from Crunch if it's no attack, which is a bit of a problem. But, like, it's not that bad, because I don't expect it to be, like... We take, like, 50 if it's max attack Crunch, but I don't expect it to be max attack. I'm fully expecting a Body Press set this week, because otherwise it gets, like, slowed down too much by other stuff, like, Garchomp and, Intimidate from Overquill and whatnot. We're Terra Fairy, so that if we can remove the Zamazenta with Chandelure, while also removing the other Pokemon that Chandelure checks in its natural typing, being Entei, we can Terra Fairy in order to have a much better matchup into Dragapult and check that as well, because T-Dance Pult is very scary into my team, and I honestly just don't have an answer. Well, I do. I have Overquill, but I couldn't find a spot for Overquill. I mean, I definitely could have. I could have replaced Ogerpon. I don't really know why I brought Ogerpon here, but it worked in Mox, so I guess that's why I have Ogerpon. Anyway, second, Bellybolt. Bellybolt is our check to every special attacker on the team, including Pult if it decides to go special. Yeah, it's just max HP, max Spadef. I did not cook with this set. We have Slack Off, Discharge, Toxic, and Eerie Impulse. Toxic lets us kill stuff. Discharge is completely free. My opponent doesn't have a ground type. Their main ground type is Thundurus, which is a Terra Captain and not a ground type. Until it Terras into ground, which I'm expecting this week. Maybe Ice. Maybe something else could come, and I'll be really surprised and probably lose to it for no reason. Eerie Impulse stops Thundurus from Nasty Plotting in my face, because I can Toxic it and then Eerie Impulse so that it can't, like, boost past me with Nasty Plot, and Slack Off is just healing. It also, Eerie Impulse also lets me, like, tank hits from a Specs Dragapult very well. Then we have Habanberry. Oh yeah, we also have leftovers on Bellybolt. Anyway, Habanberry Garchomp. Initially, I had this Garchomp as a sweeping set with Sword Dance, Loaded Dice, Scale Shot, and then I played a bunch of mocks, and I realized that Garchomp really had one role on this team, which was kill the mock, and I liked hazards into this team, so I decided to pivot to just a defensive hazard setting one, because it's also my main check to muck now. The special defense means it's also a decent check into the Rotom Heat. Habanberry means we always live a Draco Meteor from Dragapult. The 60 special attack EVs are to always kill Dragapult with back if it's no bulk with a Draco Meteor. And then the rest is max HP and the rest in special defense. Spikes and Stealth Rock, just standard hazard stacking. And Earthquake is so that we can kill the Muck, which is its one job, which is now two jobs, because its second job is set up Spikes and Stealth Rock. It can also soft check Thunderous if it's not Terra, Ice, or Fairy. I don't think Garchomp's weak to any other types. I'll sound really stupid if there is one, but I honestly just can't think of it right now. Anyway, then we have Blunder Policy, Sing, Carmine, Primarina. The main idea is Water plus Fairy puts this team basically just in the bin. If I can set up a Carmine and have my Blunder Policy pop, as long as the Whimsicott isn't specially defensive and the Muck has been chipped, we can kind of just win. Sing is also really nice if it's not Restalk Zamazenta, because we can take a hit from it, then we can sing it. If we miss, we get Blunder Policy anyway, and we'll probably be in torrent range for Surf since we have very little bulk on this set. 36 defense is purely to help us live a Shadow Sneak from Muck after we've popped our Blunder Policy and gone up a Carmine, as well as like the Sucker Punches from stuff like Dragapult and Arbok, which they get. Yeah, we have Torrent, so we can do more damage with Surf, because I don't need Liquid Voice. I feel like I'm probably never going to use a Liquid Voice. I might. I kind of want to, but I don't know. I need to find a good matchup for it. Yeah, this set is basically like, we can try and set up in front of the Wailord and the Dragapult if it's special, and the Deoxys, and the Zamazenta if it's like no attack and also lacking Iron defense for some reason, which I'm not expecting. Then we have Galarian Darmanitan, who for the first time is not holding a Choice Scarf and also not using Guerrilla Tactics. We have 212 HP, so that we have exactly 404 HP. This means that our substitute will have 101 HP, so it will never be broken by a Seismic Toss or Nightshade from a Deoxys, or any Pokemon for that matter. But the main one's Deoxys, because that's the Pokemon that's going to be running those moves. We then have Belly Drum, and since we have 404 exactly, Sub plus Belly Drum will hit us into Slackberry range, which will let us outspeed everything barring Choice Scarf Dragapult, because we'll also be in Zen mode, and the speed EVs let us outrun max speed Deoxys defense when we're in regular mode, as well as max speed Zamazenta Crowned in Zen mode. Our two attacking moves this week are Ice Cold Crush and Fire Punch, and while they are walled by the fire types, and we aren't max attack, this means that Bulky, Rotom, and Entei can actually take hits from this thing, but if they're not there, well, Rotom less than Entei, since Entei also like stifles this sweeping attempt with like extreme speed and stuff, but if they're not there, it can put in work. What I'm saying is, for this week, if my opponent brings Deoxys defense and they don't bring Entei or Whimsicott, I'm always going to lead this. Because if I lead into a Deoxys, then I can just click Sub, I can click Belly Drum, I can get off huge damage into the team. The only, if they don't click Seismic Toss or Nightshade on turn 1, which I don't think they're going to do with the Deoxys against a Galarian Darmanitan, then I will have my Sub up, and I'll be at plus 6 attack and plus 1 speed, and then everything dies. Sub stops stuff like Prankster Thunderwave from Thundurus, which is the main thing. It also stops a Choice Scarf Thunderwave from a Rotom Heat, or a Scarf Thunderwave from the Dragapult. It stops Intimidate and Glare from the Arbok, and it stops Prankster Stun Spore from the Whimsicott. Fire Punch with this attack investment in Zen mode at plus 6 attack, min roll, just kills max HP, max defense Zamazenta at plus 1. Like, only just. Like, it does like 100.6% min roll. So that worked out very well, because I needed this exact speed and HP, and I just put the rest in attack. But it seemed to work out, so that's cool. Anyway, then our last mon is Ogerpon. If there is no Deoxys, or if Entei or Whimsicott comes, I'm always leading Ogerpon, because Ogerpon matches up well into a bunch of leads. If I lead into Dragapult or Zamazenta, I will always Terrestrialize turn 1 and always use Taunt. I'm probably going to Terra Ogerpon this game. I don't think I'll Terra Chandelure, because in my mocks, I think I got into like one situation where I needed Chandelure to check the Dragapult and the Zamazenta was also down at the same time. So Oakpond will probably be Terror this week. We have Spikes. Basically, what we want to do, right? We lead this, turn 1, we Terror to outspeed the whole team, barring Choice Scarf, Whimsicott, Thundurus, and Dragapult. We click Taunt to stop. Well, it depends on what we lead into. If we lead into Zamazenta, Dragapult, or Deoxys, I always click Taunt to stop Deoxys from setting up spikes or using Thunderwave, to stop Dragapult from Dragon Dancing or setting up screens or going for some status, and to stop the Zamazenta from Iron Defensing. We then have spikes because, like I said, I really liked the chip that Hazards were giving me this game. We have Knockoff as our only attacking move to basically just knock off items, be annoying. It also does a lot of damage to Pole. It doesn't kill Pole. It does like 92 from most of the time. It did around 90-ish to 92-ish in my mocks. Not entirely sure. And then we have Counter. The idea is if we lead into Zamazenta, we can click Taunt against Zamazenta. If it goes for Iron Defense, on the second turn, I just click Counter, because if it body presses into me, it dies to Counter. At one point, this set had a defense IV of 12 to guarantee that min roll body press from a Zamazenta and neutral defense with max defense plus defense nature. But the second time it's come in, so it doesn't have Dauntless Shield, it always does, at minimum, enough damage that we always kill max HP with Counter. But turns out, Ogerpon has a fixed IVs when you catch it in the wild, so it needs to have a defense IV of at least 20. So I decided that was a stupid idea anyway, and we should just go with max IV anyway. So yeah, that was sad. We have leftovers because I really just didn't know what item to put on this thing, and I thought leftovers could be helpful. I don't really know. Anyway, this is the team. It's probably the most questionable team I've made. I have cooked some interesting sets, I'll say that much. Hopefully this goes well, and I will see you in the battle. This is the week 5 battle. There's an Arbok. Why is there an Arbok? I don't know. However, as I said, there's Deoxys defense and no Whimsicott, so... And also no Ante, so that means I'm always leading Monke. Please lead Dio, please lead Dio. Dio. It's Balloon. Okay, I'm just gonna sub. Please glare, please glare. Use glare, use glare, use glare, use glare. He's gonna glare, he's gonna glare. Okay, surely he glares. Why? Was this checking? Honest question. I don't know. I'm very nervous. I think this team is terrible. I don't know why I built it. I'm going to be honest. I don't know why Ogerpon's on this team. Ogerpon should not be on this team. What is this? This is a good start. This is a very, very good start. He has clicked Toxic Spikes turn 1. In theory, what can stop us? What can stop us? Scarf, Infiltrator, Polt. They break sub and pranks the Thunderwave. That's the only thing that can stop us. Oh, and of course, missing my garbage Icicle Crash, because that move sucks balls. Yeah, if I miss Icicle Crash, then that would be annoying. However, I've revealed that I'm not Scarf, even though I've been Scarf every single time we've run this one. Finally, week 5, I bring a non-Scarf set, and this is a good turn 1. I've clicked sub. I have a sub up. This might not break my sub with knockoff. If it's no attack. No, there we go. I can't type. If it's no attack, I have a belly drum, I have a belly drum, I have a belly drum. Alright, we click Fire Punch. This is really, really good because, sub is up, so we can't be pranked to Thunderwaved by a, Thundurus. So, if we don't miss any icicle crashes, we can just win right now. We can just win. Oh my god, my heart is pounding. Anyway, we have a sub up, and we're at +6 attack and +1 speed. This is looking pretty good, right? The only Pokemon on this entire team which we needed +6 for was the Zamazenta, because max defense Zamazenta at +1 defense just lives, like, it only just dies to min-roll +6 500 from this guy. So, it's good that Arbok has not come in for, an Intimidate before going back to... Oh, Intimidate doesn't go through sub. I mean, of course I knew that. Why wouldn't I know that? It's Sucker? Sucker doesn't break my sub. I land the Icicle Crash. Oh my god. I should check what Terra type this. It's Terra Fairy. Okay. Let's Icicle Crash this guy as well. Okay, Sneak breaks sub. I miss my Icicle Crash. Okay, that's fine. That doesn't matter. He's sacking Dio. Dio's dead. This is gone. It's gone. Anyway, monkey. This might be Scarf. It might be Sucker. I don't care. I'm clicking Icicle Crash. If it's Scarf, I die. If it's Sucker, I die. If it's no attack Sucker, I might live. It's not Scarf, it's not Sash, it's not Sucker, it's just dead. Maybe the Thunderous is not running Thunder Wave. Shadow Sneak doesn't kill. No Poison Touch proc. Muck dies. It is running Thunder Wave. Oh my god! Wow. Good prep. Yep, that felt very good. Monkey is back in business. Yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next one. God damn, that was stupid.